Okay, so it's time for our monthly keto collaboration, and this month we're talking about Sinful sides. And today I'm going to be making fried zucchini. Have you ever had fried zucchini? It's really good, and it's a good alternative to French fries. So let's get started with the recipe. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is to cut up our zucchini, and I have a couple of nice sized zucchinis here. So all you're going to do is chop off the ends, and I'm going to cut this one in half because I like them a little bit long. Cut that in half again, and at this point it really just kind of depends on how big, how thick or thin you want your zucchini sticks to be. So for me, that's about a good size right there. And you're actually going to get quite a few zucchini sticks out of one zucchini. But I'm feeding 2 people, so we're going to do 2 of them. Alright, there you go. There's one. This zucchini is a little bit smaller. I had kind of a big one and kind of a small one. This is really a good recipe. I really enjoy it. And if you like fried food like I do, you're really going to love this. Okay, so all of our zucchinis are cut up. That's a good pile of zucchinis. Okay, so let's go to the breading station. Okay, so here's our breading station. And anytime you bread something, it's a 3-step process in order to get the breading that you want to stick on the vegetable or the meat that you're breading for frying. So even when you're not doing keto and you're just doing regular breading, you need to have some kind of flour so that your main breading will have something to stick to. So in this case, I used a little bit of almond flour, and I put some salt and about a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper to about a cup of almond flour. And then in this bowl, I have 3 eggs that I whipped up. And then in this bowl, I have pork rinds. And I didn't add any extra salt to the pork rinds because they're already salty, but I did add a little bit of pepper to it. So all we're going to do is we're going to put our zucchini in the almond flour. Give them a bath in the egg. And then cover it in the pork rinds. And there you go. Nicely breaded. Alright. And another tip for you is to keep one of your hands for the dry ingredients and one hand for the wet ingredients, and you won't end up with a big glob of food on one hand. So one hand is for dry, the other one is for wet. I'm going to keep breading my zucchini. And as soon as I'm done, we'll come right back. Alright, so there they are, all breaded up. So the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pan in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. And that's going to give a chance for the breading to glue onto the zucchini before we fry it. And then you won't have as much of your breading falling off. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, so while we wait for our zucchini in the refrigerator, let's make some dipping sauce. So in Utah, we have something that's called fry sauce. And fry sauce is just simply mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together. So put a good giant couple of spoonfuls of mayonnaise in my bowl. And then I'm using sugar-free ketchup. Let me show this to you. It's made by Nature's Hollow, and it's sweetened with xylitol. And so far, this is the best tasting ketchup that I've found. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of ketchup into my mayo. Give it a good stir. Turns like this nice orangey color. Let's put a little bit more ketchup in that. Oh yeah, that looks good now. Okay, and there you have it. Utah fry sauce. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it marry together while we're waiting on the zucchini. Alright, so here we go. Let's start frying. So I have some avocado oil in my pan, and I've been warming it up. See if you can see that. That's what I'm using. I've warmed up the oil, and the way that I know that my oil is hot enough is I took one of my zucchini sticks and I just set it in there in the middle, and can you see it sizzling? That lets me know that the oil is hot enough and that it'll start crisping up my zucchini. So I'm just going to simply start laying these in the pan. And they're not going to take very long to cook. Zucchini cooks really fast. And I'm also not going to overcrowd my pan, because then your food just steams and it doesn't have a chance to brown or fry. So I'm going to move these over a little bit. I think I can put a few more in there. And then if you drop your zucchini stick, the bread's gonna come off, but it's okay. It'll fry back on there. Okay, so I'm gonna give these a chance to cook and brown, and we'll be right back. Okay, they've been cooking for about 5 minutes, and it's time to turn them over. So pork rinds are already kind of on the brown side, so you're not going to see a lot of extra browning, but you sure can see that nice crispy crust. You could also bake these in the oven to make them just as tasty and delicious, but I felt like frying them today. Alright, so I'm going to let them cook on the other side for about 5 minutes. I'm going to cook the other batch that's in here, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, there you go. I guess I can't pick it up too much. There you go. Don't those look good? Dip it in that sauce. Mmm. That is good. You need to try that. That is fabulous. All right, I'm going to enjoy that with my dinner. So doesn't that look tasty? It really is that good. And it's simple and it's fast to make. So I hope you try it, and if you do, let me know in the comments below. You know I love my comments. So I have in the description box, I have the other collaborators who have made some other Sinful sides, and you're sure to find something for your next meal. So that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.